Welcome back to the National Defense. It's Randy Miller. Hey, one of the most fabulous displays that we have seen in this AUSA meeting is Oshkosh Defense. I mean, they've got so many things to talk about, and we got so many things to talk about. Janet Keech is with us, Director of Programs. Janet, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you today?
Great. Former Marine.
Yes, I was a logistics officer for 20 years in the Marine Corps.
Well, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
It was a great fit with Oshkosh, huh?
Oh, I love Oshkosh. Yes, that's exactly what drew me here.
Yeah. What kind of programs now? You're the Director of Programs?
So my team handles the Marine Corps programs, the medium Army program, so the FMTV-A2 vehicle that is showing on our screen behind us, as well as our science and technology portfolio.
I mean, Oshkosh is a gigantic company, right? I mean, you guys are worldwide, so many different divisions, so many moving parts, right?
Exactly. We have segments that go across the commercial sector, and then obviously we're Oshkosh Defense.
There's something large right here behind us. Can you talk about this a little bit?
Sure. This system is the Rogue Fires platform. So Rogue stands for Remotely Operated Ground Unit for Expeditionary Fires. So Marines come up with great acronyms. Right. So this is based on the JLTV platform. So it's highly mobile, but if you'll notice, there's no cab here. So this is an autonomous vehicle. It can be operated both teleoperated, so like a video game controller, which our Marines and soldiers are very, very familiar with, or it can be used a leader-follower vehicle. So you have one leader to many followers following in trace. And then there's a garrison mode as well that's a cable, basically, that you can use it around garrison areas. So the key thing about this is that it's got the mobility of the JLTV platform and a proven rugged system, but yet it can have multiple different payloads on it. So this particular payload is the Naval Strike Missile. This system altogether is called the Nemesis system, which is another great acronym. But the Marines have plans to use it for both long-range fires as well as other products. And you can take the sled off completely, put the cargo bed on, and now you have an autonomous logistics vehicle as well.
Oh, wow, that's incredible. And, you know, one thing that we were talking about earlier is that, absolutely it gives the Marines in the field and on the ground greater capabilities. But it also, and you would know this firsthand, it also provides confidence, right? Confidence and also that morale.
Exactly. One of the big things about this platform is it provides safety and security for the Marines, because you're firing weapons off it, and you don't want to have Marines right there, or soldiers if it goes on to become a soldier, an Army platform as well, and you're taking them out of that direct contact with this weapons platform. The other thing is that manpower is always a constrained resource, so this allows one Marine to control multiple of these platforms, so it's efficient as well.
That's incredible. And another great thing that Oshkosh produces is the Striker. Talk about that just a little bit.
Yeah, so this program over here, it is a Striker. We do not produce the Striker, but this is the Striker medium caliber weapon system platform. So what we do is we integrate the 30 millimeter cannon onto the Striker vehicle, and that provides the Striker Brigade combat team with greater lethality, greater accuracy at longer ranges. So we're pretty excited about that platform as well and what it's bringing to the Army.
It's so interesting. This is our first year at AUSA, and to see all of the different companies and products that operate together. You know, I mean, so there's a piece of that, and then you take a piece of this and load it onto that, and sometimes your competitor becomes your partner.
Exactly. We've got many integration efforts going on with our platforms. Companies are coming to us and talking to us about ideas they have and how they get it onto Oshkosh vehicles, and then a big part of things like this is not only talking to our customer, but getting to have some face-to-face time with a lot of these businesses that have capabilities that they can bring to our platforms and other platforms. So it's a great networking event.
Yeah, And talking about customers, we talk directly to your end user, right, who's operating this equipment. When you hear from them and they have suggestions or they have suggestions for modifications or whatever, I'm sure you guys take that pretty seriously at Oshkosh.
Oh gosh, yes. The voice of the customer is critical to everything that we do. We obviously are working with our government customer on requirements, so those requirements get vetted through, but we can also be a good throughput to provide that feedback then back to our customer as well so that they can vet that.
That's so good. How can people find out more about these products and other things that Oshkosh Defense does?
Well, we have our website. We have our booths here at trade shows like this. And then we've got our marketing team that is always available for questions or calls or anything like that.
How do you get these vehicles in here?
We have someone over here who could speak in detail to that, but I haven't been here when they've been loaded, but there's some pretty intense lifts going on around here, and really? I would imagine some pretty big logistics on figuring.
Barnum and Bailey involved?
Yeah, the elephants.
Yeah, right. So Janet, you were talking about those programs that Oshkosh is involved with, especially related to the military, right?
Yes, exactly. Oshkosh Defense has a large number of former military members that are employees there, and definitely really take our mission seriously, knowing that we're sending people out that are doing very dangerous things, and we want to provide them products that are going to help them come back safely after their mission. So within Oshkosh, we have some programs like the Oshkosh Military Network. So it's a business resource group where we get military members within Oshkosh all across the segments together, and we do things like putting flags out at the cemeteries on Memorial Day, or just different events where we network and we talk to each other and learn about people's careers. So it really brings that smaller group of people together. We hire people through the Hiring Our Heroes program. So if any of your listeners are interested in coming to work for Oshkosh, that's a great way of doing that. And just this week, we just had several of our members run the Army 10 miler for TAPS, and had a little presentation here after that as well. So it's another great organization that we support.
Did you run the 10 miler?
I did not run the Army 10 miler. I was busy trying to get ready for this.
You got stuff to do. Well, Janet, that's always what we hear about companies, especially with veteran programs, veteran affinity groups, all these different things. There's no better camaraderie, right, and security to step into a place where you're a veteran with other veterans.
Exactly. It's a great network, and it brings you that feeling of camaraderie that you have within the fleet that you've now left behind and are kind of worried about that transition, and it brings it right back to you.
Janet, thank you so much. Great talking to you. We'll be right back here on the National Defense.